Okay, what I'm going to do here is check and see what the frequency response is after a little bit of a tweak. I'm going to use a shelf filter, which was recommended by Raw Cat Regis. I'm sure most people know him. Anyway, I've been playing around to try and get the frequency response. And basically what I've done is at 20 hertz, applied a low shelf filter with a Q of 1 and a boost of 5 dB, and you can see the see what it looks like here. And I think this is what's going to give me the smoothest response. I do get a bit of a well, normally we're 2 dB down here at 20 hertz from the factory. We're going to go up a little bit more than we are at 30 hertz, but just a little bit more, and I think we're going to get a pretty smooth response. And I've got the same voltages as last time. This is 2 volt peak to peak on my input, and we're measuring the RMS output voltage on the Goldhorn RCA output. This is also the RCA input. And we're basically just going to go down and check the voltages. We're at 60 hertz. We're pretty much at the old standard of around 1.21 volts RMS. At 50 hertz, it's pretty much holding steady. At 40 hertz, it's very steady. At 30 hertz, you see it go up a tiny bit, not much at all. Now at 20 hertz, we're going up, let's see, that's about 0.8 or 0.9 of a volt, which isn't bad. But here's the main thing. As we go down to, let's go individually. Okay, 19, 18, we're actually going up in voltage slightly as we go down. 17, 1.3, 1.6, excuse me, 16 hertz. Now we're at 15 hertz. So the voltage is starting to drop down a little. At 14 hertz, 1.25. At 13 hertz, we're pretty much the same as we were at like 40 and 50 and 60 hertz at 13. Then 12, starting to drop down a little bit. 11. Now we have dropped down a little bit more, but at 10, we're at 1 volt. So we went down from 1.2 volts to 1 volt, which is a very small reduction as far as dB is concerned. And let's go down a little further just to see. 9. Yeah, it's still up there. 8. You know, it's a little bit erratic as far as getting the reading, but we have way more voltage than we did before. 7. I mean, these aren't practical frequencies. I don't plan on playing it at 7 hertz. But it's just to see what's going on. At 6 hertz, it's hard to read that. Maybe an average of half a volt, 0.5. And I guess we could just go down. This is 5 hertz. 4 hertz. You know, it's a very steep slope downward from here. But anyway, it's very good news. I can get almost flat response down to 10 hertz. You know, with just a very minimal drop off on the bottom end. So that's very impressive. All right, that's it for this video. Thanks.